This isn't just glass. These are old computation components. Yes, filament memories, from the time when wires were cast in glass, slides with an inlaid nervous system. The how was a closely guarded secret, something that was locked in safes in human heads across the river where they were manufactured. As to why, your fingers don't know. The why is easy, because they hadn't come up with modern silicon-based systems yet. For vitreous cast filament memories, though, these seem incredibly advanced.
So it is. I think it is used to form a single system, slotted in the wall. The rest of the building seems to have been picked clean. These? No. These are old filament memories. I hope you're not expecting to find that device here. You will be disappointed.
All you'll find here is pain. Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, but she has to. Doesn't wish to hurt you, not according to your ear canals. Wait, no, not even your ear canals. This is going directly into your neural pathways. No, buddy, that's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience, way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. All things considered, I'm being pretty reasonable here. I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing is the ULAN frequency, blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
That boy's really gotta learn to keep his trap shut. And it's not a bloody pale emitter. It doesn't emit pale.
You should probably check on Kim. That's what good partners do.
Right behind you, officer.
The torment Lieutenant Kitsuragi is experiencing is worse than your own, but he's slowly beginning to recover.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break loose.
I built it myself.
And she's proud of it too, as she ought to be. This is way beyond your abilities.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah, way beyond. No, once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream. Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through. Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey.
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Turn this.
God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
The gun she's carrying is a 2-barreled front loader, not like the murder weapon. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this. There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you keep her distracted for long enough, maybe. Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bide your time.
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while. So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back. I was, before I caught you in the pale latitude compressor. I'm fine now.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit. It was dark in the shack. The waves outside had calmed down. She looked at the loaded gun. Then she cracked the barrel open and took the bullet out. Not today.
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first. Oh, I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me? My boys? I don't even understand what you're trying to get at here. Oh, doesn't even matter. How can they be my boys when they're not even my friends? Those guys liked me, I know it. This is what happens to people whom people like.
A dull despair is creeping into her voice.
How the fuck do the rest of you get by? I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me. Fuck them all the same.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
What shit? I told you I didn't do it. Sounds pretty simple to me.
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you. You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time. Look, fuck you, man. I might also have stopped by the bar.
She speaketh truth.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain. No. Not since I was 14 and hanging out in the only diner in Dardun. Haven't been into low-risk, no-reward games since moving to the city. Why? Yeah, and probably some ghosts from the time of the suzerain. I'm not really interested in supernatural mysteries. Not murder mysteries either, if that's what you're thinking.
She looks you in the eye impassively, making it clear that she's not planning to comment on the matter any further.
The fuck do elevators have to do with anything? Not particularly. Why are you so hung up on elevators?
That's a pretty good question, actually. She clearly doesn't know anything about the secret passage.
I'm not really into old shit for old shit's sake.
God damn it!
So you know she's not an antiques enthusiast. Not my jurisdiction, man. But it also doesn't sound like she used that secret route at all.
Don't know it, but also, the shot couldn't have come from the roof, or we would have all heard it downstairs.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types. You think I was envious of his conquests? Look, pussy's not a problem for me, and definitely not a reason to off someone. Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
She didn't hate it, okay?
Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, they're paid well for what they do. I'm listening. And? The gun store. Trigger Happy Jacks. What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal. Sure don't.
A breech loader?
No. A Nachtway 80 front loader. 2-barreled. Not really what you were looking for, I'm guessing.
That isn't it.
Never really got into weapons trafficking, especially not old weapons. They break too often, and you don't want unhappy customers among gun collectors. Yeah, evidence. I considered her a good friend, yeah. What the hell, man? Yeah, why not? I've gotten worse. Wow. Pissing, pinball, and now peeping. I'm just not following your insinuations, detective. Damn. That girl's pretty, but not that pretty. In fact, no one's pretty enough to waste time skulking about the whirling, drilling holes in walls. Nope. Look, she has an effect on people. That je ne sais quoi that makes it impossible not to look at her when she walks into the room, and very difficult to look away. But travel enough and you realize, for the same reason that she's everyone's type as an object of desire, she's not irreplaceable. Oh, so that's where you were going with this. That's a very sentimental way of putting it. We both had pasts who didn't want to catch up with us, and we enjoyed listening to music together. Why not go on a road trip?
The lieutenant watches her expectantly, occasionally shaking from the pain.
Okay, fine. I was into her. Clausy was into me too for a time, I know it. We even fooled around once. And yeah, after that I thought maybe we could make a go of it.
Claudia only said they maybe kissed. Someone is lying here.
If that's what she wants on the record, so be it. I'm not about to go into details for you to jerk off to later.
Seriously, just move on.
She rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about how she was confused because she felt so close to me and valued my friendship so much, and how guilty she felt for leaving me on. I knew that wasn't the whole story, but thought, fine, I'll take it and move on.
No ill will there. It wasn't a problem for her.
Yeah, one time when we'd both been drinking, I said some heated things about how dangerous her patterns with men were. I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion in her head. All the drugs she was doing can make you feel like you're living in a DeLorean tragedy. Yeah, the girl seemed terrified. The merc was beyond caring what happened to his mortal coil. It was a no-brainer. Go ahead. It's your body.
And mine too, he thinks. But keep on. This must be done.
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna. The view's pretty bomb, too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Along with Claudia. It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival. Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar. No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style. So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? Come on. I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hothouse's worth of flowers has to die too. No, I did not. So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
That really comes as a blow to her.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the union.
She deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked for. You might be able to find this out later.
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum. Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum. Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening in on the conversations crisscrossing Martinez.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Claudia's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity.
It's okay. We just want to...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Claudia comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her. Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before. No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea. Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys.
Glacia knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed. As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind, but the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going...
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me. I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent. Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. Fucking hell. And why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Everyone in Jamrock, the cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to La Puta Madre.
Did someone mention a fucked up tie? I call bullshit! You're too crazy to be corrupt!
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the tape. Criminals make up bogeyman stories about cops all the time. All of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you.
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both. Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough. You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat. Wait, one thing, possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway? Sure you do. I bet they're just outside waiting. I guess I'll take my chances. Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had two guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either. One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying. That sound about right?
No idea who these people are, literally. Satellite Officer Vic Mayer looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer Minot. We could either take a room here in the world or go home for today. Let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off. Call Heidelstein. He can give us a ride.
Well, this has been a great talk, really, but I think I'm going to hit the road now. What bunker? Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp, but I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
Are you going to do something?
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it. Problem solving.
Ma'am, put the gun down. That's not the solution to your problems. You are...
Oh, yes it is.
You should know the words to say. You've been here yourself. So why is it not coming to you? Because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself, trying to answer the same question in vain. Her finger squeezes the trigger now. No, wait. Finally, it comes to you. A way to connect with her. She flashes you an incredulous grin. Then she exhales sharply, shakes her head, and pulls the trigger. You watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
Fuck!
Get a hold of yourself. He needs your support now, too.
Our job. It went really bad. and now we need to clean it up.
This is the right thing to do. Clean up, keep a cool head.
Lieutenant Yefreitor Dubois, control your emotions. We did our job. This won't be the worst thing that happens on this case, believe me. You can't let this break you.
There is no coming back from this one. It will stay with you in nightmares.
We are cops. Everything is our fault if we let it be. We clean up. It may take days for processing to pick up her body. We need to move it somewhere. That tent there.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. It's like
I can't...
The voice doesn't wish to hurt you. Not according to you. That's an awful decision. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
No, I'm using a...
The explosion of blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
That boy's...
You should probably check on Kim. That's what good partner.
Right behind you up.
The torment.
A pale light signals are
So,
precise at the upper...
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to...
I built it myself.
And she's proud.
that's illegal.
Oh yeah. Way beyond. No. Yeah, I stuck my... Yeah, let's not...
So she thinks of you as hunters, not the cops.
If you've got some...
Turn.
Goddamn fine.
The gun she's carrying, well, just keep her. There's only Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bide your time.
I heard you in the passages. So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised. So nice.
As opposed to the other knives she's finding there now. Hardy for one.
Not anymore, no.
That's her admit it was dark in the shack. The waves outside it.
No. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No. Oh, but she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me? Oh, fuck. Took some convincing my ass. Those guys...
A dull despair.
How the fuck did the rest of you get by? What shit?
A strong moral compass. She's still...
I didn't like him. Hearted plenty of broken people. You think I was envious of his car? Yeah, sure. I'm listening. Man, I was with the boys the whole night. Yeah, And I'm sure they also made some funny remarks about it. They always do. I've driven a lot of long haul and chugged a lot of beer, man. Can't do either without some power of mind over bladder. And anyway, look, fuck you.
She's speaker.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, don't know it. The shot couldn't have...
She has a...
That didn't go super well.
And? The gun still... Trigger Happy Jacks. What did you think? Sure don't.
a breech load?
No. A knocked way 80...
That isn't it.
No, they're not practical. Yeah. Evidence. I considered her a good... What the... I'm not following your clever insinuations, detective. If I want to stare at a pretty girl, I can pick one up at a bar. Or, worst case scenario, look at a naughty photo. Who has time to go skulking about the whirling, drilling holes in walls? Nope. Look, for the same reason that she's everyone's type. Oh, so that's a very...
The lieutenant,
Okay, fine. I was...
Claudia only said they maybe kissed.
If that's what she wants...
Seriously, just move on.
She rejected me. I knew that wasn't the whole story, but thought, fine, I'll take it and move on. Yeah, I was a little worried. Yeah, the girl seemed terrible. Go ahead.
And mine too, he thinks.
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably... The view's pretty... It's very powerful. Yes, I'm sure. No. So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? I never did a... No, I did not. So, Heart of Gold Tommy. Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're... Man, it's...
She deliberately...
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really... Based on what I've heard about... Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
How should I know?
Those rings.
What is red?
Who hasn't? He was still warm.
She eyes you.
It's okay.
All right. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a... Oh, yeah. No, She asked me...
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
What? Yeah. She...
Claudia knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise.
Yeah. I wasn't... As I keep...
But
War?
She doesn't want...
Fuck it. I'm not I saw... Yes. You.
Through this fucking hell. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Everyone in Jamrock.
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Harry Dubois.
So she knows all of this just means...
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both. Yeah, sure.
She doesn't...
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon. You've been to my...
She's not... Wait, one thing. Possibly small.
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. Sure you do. Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. One of the guys seemed... That sound about...
No, I did. Satellite officer, let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off.
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your... What bunker? Don't know anything about it.
The violet-white noise becomes even more overwhelming closer to the compressor. Feels like your brain is swelling up in your skull.
There. I told you it's best not to move. Look, I know this isn't very fun for you, so let's wrap this up. You have a tribunal to attend. Tribunal is an awfully fancy word for what they're going to do. But yeah, I was listening to their frequency. They've finished their investigation. Now they're gonna put on a show before meting out punishment. Even though those assholes gave me up, I'm worried for the boys. And you. Watch out for yourselves. You seem to have a habit of walking into traps. I'm guessing you don't know that a third mercenary has come to town just in time for the tribunal. Now you do.
If one Hornet can kill 40 honeybees in a minute, then 3 Hornets should be able to kill 120 honeybees in a minute, or more, since they'll also be covering one another.
A third. Ah, this is bad.
As I said, watch out.
The pain is becoming unbearable now.
Glad to have been of assistance. Best of luck to you, officers. Revishal's a bitch.
The woman runs past you and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
All things considered, it could have gone worse. No, I don't think she did it. She's someone else's case now. Now we have to come up with a really good excuse for why we walked right into a trap like that. This isn't going to look good in the report. Her tent. Maybe there's something in there.
Suddenly, your entire body is like a
I know you can't say it's a...
The voice coming doesn't wish to hurt you. Not according to your ear canals. Wait, no. Not even your ear. No, buddy. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
No, I'm using a pale...
The explode blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
That bore's... A pale light signals are
So,
precise at the upper...
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk.
I built it myself.
And she's proud.
that's illegal!
Oh yeah. Way beyond. No. Yeah, I stuck my... Yeah, let's not...
So she thinks of you as
If you've got...
Turn!
God damn it, fine. If...
the gun. She's well. Just keep her. There's only Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions.
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while. So you found... So nice.
As opposed to the other knives she's finding.
I was. Before I caught...
That's her admitting the bullet was an It was dark in the shed. The way...
No. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? Oh. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast.
Titus and his boys, man. They told us you were on the coast.
Even now, Kim is a paragon of professionalism. He is trying to make a clean cut of telling her she was betrayed.
Well, fuck. Those guys liked me, I know it.
A dull despair is creeping into her.
How the fuck did the rest of you get by? I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me. Fuck them. Like what?
The strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
I didn't like him. Hard immersed, plenty of broken people. You think I was envious? Yeah, sure. I'm listening. Man, you mean the length of a toilet break? Look, fuck you. Wow. Now I'm curious. Don't know it. The shot couldn't have...
She has a...
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something.
And? The gun's trigger-happy Jack. What did you think? Sure don't.
a breach load?
No. I knocked away a...
That isn't it.
No, they're not practical. Yeah. Evidence. I considered her a good friend, yeah. What the hell? I'm not following your clever insinuations. Damn. Nope. For the same reason that she's everyone... Oh. So that's a very...
The lieutenant.
Okay, fine. I was into her. Clausy was into me too for it. She rejected me. I knew that wasn't the whole story. But thought, yeah, I was a little worried to... Yeah. Go ahead. It's your body.
And mine too, he thinks. But keep on. This must be done.
Who doesn't? The view's pretty bomb too. But it's very powerful. Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, no. Gifts of... So now I'm leaving. I never did a... No, I did not. So, Heart of Gold Tommy. Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. Man, it's to...
She deliberately...
I got lucky.
There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
Based on what I've heard about you. Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
How should I know?
Those rings.
What is ready?
Who hasn't? He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been...
She eyes you, wary.
It's okay.
All right, don't kill you. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her. No, she asked me...
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
What? Yeah, she...
Classy knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her, as I keep
But...
War? Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
The violet white noise. Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. It's like a...
I know you can't say it's a...
The voice doesn't wish to hurt you. Nobody. Don't focus on the pain.
No, I'm not... I'm using a pale...
The X blasted from that pale emitter.
That boy's real... A pale signal...
So,
Precisely. At the up...
She's been holed up in here for a while.
I built it myself.
And she's
that's illegal.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, I thought... Yeah, let's...
So she thinks of you as hunters.
If you've got...
Turn.
God damn it, fine.
The gun sheet, well, just keep her. There's only three. Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for question.
I heard you in the passages. So you found my shack. So nice.
As opposed to the other.
I was.
That's her admit. It was dark in the shack.
No. Who ratted me out, by the way? Oh, but she couldn't have known. Oh, fuck.
Hey, down.
How the fuck did the rest of you get by? I did, didn't I? Like what?
A strong moral compass.
I didn't like him. Plenty of broken... You think I was envious of... Yeah, sure. I'm listening. Man, I was with the... Yeah, and... Can't do either without some... Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, don't know it. The shot couldn't...
She has a...
That didn't go super well.
And? The gun store. Trigger happy jet. What did you think? Sure don't.
a breach.
No. A knock...
That isn't it.
No, they're not Yeah. I considered her a good... What the hell? I'm not following your clever Damn. Nope. For the same reason that she's... Oh. So that's a very...
The lieutenant.
Okay, fine. I was into her. Clausy was into me too for a time. I knew that wasn't the whole... Yeah. I was a little worried to blow it out. Yeah. The girl... Go ahead.
And mine too, he thinks.
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably... The view's pretty bomb. It's very powerful. Yes, I'm sure. No. Gifts of flowers and candy. So now I'm I never did No, I did not. So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? Man,
She deliberately...
I got lucky.
There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
Based on what I've heard about you, yeah?
More questions before doing anything.
How should I know?
Those rings.
What is ready?
Who hasn't? He was still warm.
She eyes.
It's okay.
All right. She sits down with a drink, trying to... No, she asked...
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
What? Yeah, she...
Classy and exactly what...
Yeah. As I keep...
But
War? Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head. She looks at the machine.
Oh, fuck it. Problem solving.
Ma'am.
Oh, yes it is.
She's truly desperate. She thinks she has no other options. You need to give her options. You know. This is how you talk her out of it. It's the only scenario in which she lives. She stares at you, frozen, the gun still in her mouth, eyes filled with dark intensity. Then something shifts in her. Her neck and shoulders relax, and her grip on the gun loosens.
Day of miracles. I'll take it.
She runs past you, then past the lieutenant, and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
good call. Yeah, I'm sure. I would have done the same had I not been incapacitated. I have a feeling we didn't. Her tent. We should check it out.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. The tent looks old but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled-up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes. Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine, it's a leather notebook. You pocket the worn brown leather journal, a trusted friend left behind.
We should read this immediately, like right now.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket. It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. Schneller is a stationery brand from Gottwald, beloved among architects and engineers. She's got good taste and must have taken whatever she recorded here seriously. The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled. The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins. It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this.
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape. Short wry observations of people and places, probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. Staff issues, always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal. The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable. Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. She is referring to betraying her previous employer. Does this suggest she did it in self-defense? The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
It looks like she might have been framed?
That would be a first, or a fourth. But who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her. Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than with us. Classio was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself, or... maybe she had an accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on her. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
The plain red tent.
You're back. Good. The sea's gonna calm down soon. I can...
Stop. Now. It is time. Crisis. Death. You can feel it in your blue soul. Be prepared. Make sure you have your pepper box in your hand. Your fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol in your pockets.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm. It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. Sheathe your sidearm, officer. A serious law official, cop by the book, should know to only unholster their service weapon when using it is unavoidable.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right?
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm.
Shh.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kypt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it.
Peaceful.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's the third one. How did we miss something like this? If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene. The Mercenary Tribunal.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
Pig fuck!
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm feels comforting and warm in your hand. Feels like it's saying, do it. No, wait. It's good you have that gun. It really is. Just soften him up first. Present an argument. Even if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to drag it out first. Get under his skin. I don't know about this getting under his skin. What if he gets under yours? I'm barely keeping your hand from trembling here.
Yeah? Who did that? How
fucking convenient. You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now, huh? How about the kid? Tell me, the magic fucking sniper, one more time.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who...
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him, all together. Titus said, "We took him out back and hanged him." He said it loud, in a public place.
You're lying. DePaul heard it.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
Fucking liars.
The shot rings in your ears, a low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
I missed.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now, or there will be another shot. What topic? Shots have been fired. Act before it's too late. This was a close call. Dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth. He has to start it.
Yeah, I don't fucking act so well. Laylee had a hard-on for making faces for you natives. Fucking food aid shit. That shit is done now. Trigger time. Sergeant Major Raoul Cortiner, reporting in to burn this fucking mud hut to the ground.
As he moves, the interlocking pieces of his armor click, softly. Click, click, click. The realization comes to you, like a picture puzzle coming together. His name is Raoul Cortiner. The dead man's name is Elise Cortiner. He's brothers with the deceased.
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer, we're all sentenced to death by lead.
He sways from left to right, inspecting you.
He wasn't my fucking brother. We just grew up on the same farm and got beat into place by the same sick fuck. Same fucking mud hut town, too.
Okay, good.
Fuck do you mean, talker?
We've heard testimony. People say he was charismatic, a nice guy to be around.
Yeah, he liked to chat up the natives. Share leaflets, squeeze a bit of kid tass here and there. Great fucking idea that turned out to be. If Laylee was here, he would spare the lot of you. Maybe shoot one for show. But me,
I'm not a big fan of public affairs, Clay Monkey. I'll gun every one of you down for what you did.
Ready to open fire, Major. At your command.
This one isn't used to being suited this long. She's uncomfortable. We'll open fire just to hurry things along.
Baby blue, yeah. Like someone fucked up and put a baby's eyes on a grown man.
It was creepy, but bitches like that shit, I guess. Or, I don't know what bitches like. I just know how to mow down cloths.
Who? Lately?
We researched him. We contacted the ICP and looked at his birth records. That was in there. And other things.
They fucking put Laley in a leaf compactor, and now these cunts finished the job.
There's real anguish in his voice. A drunken sadness suddenly engulfs him. Memories.
It's a mindfuck, Corty. He wasn't put in a leaf compactor. They're making it up to fuck with us. Major, permission to...
Open fire. We can't have that. Interfere now.
Find his killer. Cop. His killer stands right there, shitting his pants, and you're standing in the way, protecting them. I know what this tactic is, Silo Sam. You're gonna die for them. Right here. Today.
Big talk, but that leaf compactor won't leave his mind anytime soon. It's a small thing, but it got him off center. All right, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Krenner would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. Really, none of this looks like it's going to do anything but piss him off.
What always happens when you get good at your job? That name meant night raids. Fucking extrajudicial funky time, burn villages. Shit that sounds bad on the radio. The same thing happened when we were called whatever the fuck it was. Probably won't be called Crenell for much longer either. Not after this shit.
Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else, and his hand is off the gun. This did something.
Who the fuck is that?
Glacia, the woman upstairs. Where is she?
She left!
Unarmed, hunched, but keeping it together.
She left! Her room's cleaned out! Right before these assholes showed up!
We should have arrested her.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one!
She's gone. Forget about it now. Concentrate on this.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
The man stares at you with bloodshot eyes, a bull ready to charge. He's not listening, but looking for an opening.
She's gone, you stupid fuck! Sailed off 5 minutes ago. She doesn't give a shit about you silos.
As you look to the bay, you see a small green sail on the horizon by the crumbling sea fort, growing smaller.
Stay cool! Don't do anything stupid!
The company bitch is gone. Layla's cunt is gone. Layla's gone. Fuck are we still doing in this shithole?
Guys, I just get in the way. I don't even have a gun.
Hold your ground. Any more of you run, I'll shoot you myself. We're doing this together.
They're huddled close in a formation. Still, the rest will stay, even if it means dying here with him.
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer. Owen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
All of you cunts inside out.
The gunner, the raddest, the killer. What do you think he does?
There, on the rim of Owen Cloven's helmet, you count little stick figures. 19, 20, 21. About 50 little stick figures, all of them black, plus 2 little white ones in the end. These men served in Seminai, the native islanders. The 2 little white figures in the end are from when they moved to Revachol. They're recent.
What are we waiting for? Let's blow that big fucking mouth off his face!
Hold your fire! Wait for my command.
He has chewed his lips bloody. This man has been under severe emotional pressure recently.
Yes. So what? Nah. I'm clear as day. Fucking government-ordained super soldier.
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal.
Now, you got them both off-piste. He's foaming mad at her. A small explosion expels the bullet from the chamber. With a puff of smoke, it hits the man square in the chest, producing a soft clicking sound in the armor. Like dice rolling. The kinetic energy of the 9mm front-loaded bullet is distributed evenly across the chest piece and into his hands.
Go ahead! Give it another try. Do it, primitive. Take me out. Kill him.
To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. From the corner of your eye, you see the lieutenant raise his pistol and aim it at Rude. He's trying to find a straight line of sight before the rifleman can take you out. You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rude's mask behind it, his eyes in the slit of the helmet, like a camera lens, focusing on you. Absolute destruction. Is there anything we could use to protect this frail body? That gun will tear us to pieces. He's drunk. Drunk fighters overcorrect. Move right, he aims further right. Get him to overshoot. Just dodge the first shot, and the second will be easier. Drunks are quick to anger and make mistakes. The shot rings and you stumble. Something violently tugs at your shoulder, pushing you backwards with incredible force. A volcano of burning pain erupts from your left shoulder. The pain flows over your entire body like an awful shock. A grim knowing rises from within. Half of your body must be gone.
God, please.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot. Then, 2 shots ring and you hear a scream, but you're too hurt to see who got hit. Blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets as Rude staggers back, disoriented. The sounds coming from his helmet are not human. An unbelievable shot from the lieutenant. Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out. You see 2 cold eyes looking at you through all the smoke and panic, and a pistol raised, aiming at your chest, point blank. Then the man squeezes the trigger. A look of happiness. His eyes seem unnaturally bright, shining like stars. Something in the fear must distort him somehow. He is evil, and the end. Here it comes. Death. You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it. The Hardy Boys are yelling. Someone is running, jumping over you. In the background you hear gunfire shatter glass, and then a man in pain. A familiar sound. It's Titus with a splat like meat. You hear bullets rip into him. His voice, still giving orders, grows fainter. A gurgle. He's not gonna make it. Feels slick and warm with blood. The pain is too strong to know what has happened there. Even clutching to your consciousness takes everything you got. Most of what's down there. It's all gone. Open your eyes now. You have to see what's happening. No. It's just a fear. Even if... Who cares? No one wants you anyway. Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out. Stay with me. Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone. When suddenly, you sense something behind him. A shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand trembles and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unloaded. He grabs the gun from your bloody hand and fires behind him. You hear a roar of pain, a death scream. The sound disappears like someone pressed stop on the tape. The hulking figure, too, is gone. And so is Kim. And the whole world.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no! He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours, hurting, moaning in his sleep, and rotting, and being disinfected, and smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth, drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his wound sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved. There was a radio in the distance, a radio of the world, playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a Caprice Canema.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain. It's nothing. You're alive. That's what matters.
Sunrise, Parabellum. Sunrise, Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying. Cops like it. The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely. Yes, we have also completely failed, but that's okay. Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day. 2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse, and drink water. It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
Dramamine? Then it's not that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad, but still under-the-counter bad.
What happened? You shot the Major, and successfully. A firefight ensued. As retaliation, the rifleman shot you. He hit. With his carabine. I was looking for a clear line of sight. When I found it, I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. He did not survive. Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo died before they made it to intensive care. Titus died in the hospital. Yesterday. Alain and the young musician, I forget his name, they are all that's left. Yes. You were bleeding out. I think you said no one wants to party with you. And you warned me. I was able to disarm the Major before he got the jump on me.
Thank you. Although
I was not able to kill him, as I should have. Crenel took him. A stray bullet killed the Pole, though. And that's what happened. Yes. This is the one. He's in a private hospital across the river. Crenel claimed him from the local butcher shop where Titus died. Turns out he's insured. We won't get to him anymore. The good news is he's not coming here either. I did some damage. 4. Glenn, Theo, Angus. The fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Titus. All. Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success. But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized yet. And we are still alive. Both of us.
he did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies.
Pretty bad, officer. You've suffered 2 wounds. The first is below your shoulder. The bullet passed through your shoulder blade, luckily missing your lung and heart. The second shot hit you in the thigh, the left quadriceps. No major arteries were nicked. but the bullet had to be removed. Bacterial infection was treated with mercurochrome. We will see.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicmer is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead, harbor cranes rise to the sky. Back to that shithole, he says.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site. I'm sure they're worried about you.
That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They're not really worried about you. If they were, wouldn't they be here? Sorry.
I did. No need. Not very. I have a concussion from the Major beating me with the butt of his gun. I tried to not move too much. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see him coming. Stupid of me. Good. You'll need to be. Whatever that is. Easy now.
You can take it. Just don't lean on that leg of yours too heavily.
How are you? Your disco days should have been done quite a while back, Lieutenant Freighter. I honestly don't know. We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now, and Joyce has left too. Yes, she left yesterday morning, to meet the board of Wild Pines, or that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Connell from sending in a death squad. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone, and Classier too. We really should have arrested her, you know? Guard confirmed she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up. I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect. What? Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything.
He's wrong.
Okay. I don't know. That's been there for years. Yes, God cursed the footprints, not solving the case for us. Au diable. We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
See? There's that. You can do ballistics.
It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one, all completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullet useless. We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
But they seemed so mysterious.
No need to be melodramatic.
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
It really is very hard.
That concussion must be making him dizzy.
No. Are you ready to limp? Good. Where do you want to limb to?
The lieutenant did mention doing more ballistics. Also, it's just close enough to endure the walk.
Why not? Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
I'm all out of
Put your...
Shut up!
This is the mercenary at the gates.
Shh.
This is a Mr. Kip. You are...
He is his nest in your...
Fuck.
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
The mercenary tried... My plan is... If this turns...
A sound strategy.
Get lost!
Pig fuck!
Oh, people are gonna die today.
No one is going to kill...
She doesn't seem to... With the leader. No. Even if it... I don't... Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have. Then move down from that. Please.
Yeah? Who did that? How fucking convenient. You think... How about the kid?
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop...
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him. All together. Titus said we took him out.
You're lying.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
Fucking liars.
The shot rings in your ears. The young woman stands.
I missed.
I know what...
What topic? Shots have been fired. Act before it's too late. This was a All right. Really? None of this looks like it's going to do anything but piss him off.
I am a Grinnell Major with over 15 years of live combat experience. When my colonel gets hanged by clay monkeys, I lead the platoon on a retaliation strike. Nah, I just have the biggest gun.
Technically, the other man has the biggest gun, but we're beyond that now.
you're right. But you see, I want it to end in bloodshed.
Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else, and his hand is off the gun. This did something. Dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend.
Yeah. Sergeant Major.
As he moved, click, click, click. No.
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer. You're all sentenced.
He sways from...
He wasn't my fucking brother. Same fucking...
Okay, good.
Fuck do you mean?
We've artist...
Yeah. If Layla...
Ready to open...
This one isn't used to being...
Baby, it was creepy, but bit...
Ooh.
We researched.
There's real...
It's a man.
Open fire. We can't have that.
Find his kid. I know what this...
Big talk. But that leaf compactor won't leave his mind anytime soon. It's a small thing.
Who the fuck...
Glacier, the woman upstairs. Where is she?
She left.
Unarmed. Hunched.
She left.
We should have her...
You can feel...
Hey, push...
She's gone. Forget about it now. Concentrate on this.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks? She's gone, you stupid.
As you look...
Stay cool! The company bit.
Guys,
Hold your ground.
They're huddled close in a formation. Steal. The rest...
Yes. So what? Nah.
Enough for it!
Interrupt me again.
Now, you got them both off-piste. He's foaming mad at her.
Rude.
All of you cunts inside out.
The gunner. What do you think?
There, on the rim of Owen Clerven's helmet, you can... About... These men, the two little white figures in the end, are from when...
That's right. Plenty of...
T, let's fucking do it.
T.
Easy. Easy now. A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion. There is a hole in his cheek. Blood gushes out as he stumbles backward, eyes filled with rage and disbelief, gurgling, muttering something unintelligible. His lips, moving, swollen with fear, are trying to say, shoot him, but he can't. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. From the corner, he's trying to find a straight line of sight. If you stare down, 0 point absolute destruction. Is there any... He's drunk. Just dodge the first shot, and the second will be easier. Drunks are quick to anger and make mistakes. You leap left. A swarm of angry men passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks. The man tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot. Watch out. To your left, DePaul is about to take a shot too, at Kim.
God, please.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but blood gushes from the helmets. An unbelievable shot from the lieutenant. Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has... Oh God, watch out. You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol at you. Then he squeezes the trigger. The look of vengeance. Here it comes. Death. You can't. There is no time. Something inside the pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. The Hardy Boys are screaming.
Stop! The cop! Protect the cop! He's down!
Feels slick and warm. Most of what's down there. It's all gone. No. Nothing. A persisting darkness.
You're bleeding out. Stay with me. Yes, keep the
But a slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die. No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand trembles and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unload. You hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more.
The fight is not Andrew.
He can't go. There was a radio.
Ours.
The engine of a Caprice.
No, it was him. He is.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain.
Sunrise, Parabellum. It's not ouch time yet. You just
Dramamine. Then it's...
Mr. Gart cleaned it. 2 days, in and out. Sunrise Parabellum.
Isn't that written on your...
It served you well. The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more... I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely. Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay. What happened? You shot the major in the face. A firefight ensued. Yes.
A blood-stained killer.
You're an officer of the RCM. As retaliation, their rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged. Then I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. I forget his name. Yes, he's still alive too. You were bleeding out by then. I think you say that no one wants to party with you, and you warned me. I was able to disarm one.
Thank you.
I killed her, and that's what happened.
He nods.
This is the one. De Paul was the last to die. Evrard had their bodies returned to Crenel for a funeral. The company is yet to retaliate. Because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Or maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know. 3. Glenn, Theo, Angus. The fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Theo, he was just too old for combat. All. Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success. But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. And we are still alive. Both of us.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies. His smoking.
Reasonably bad. We will...
If it's possible, then...
Good. You'll need to be... No.
A man back to that shithole, he says.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. I'm sure that...
That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. Sorry.
I did. No need. Not very. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Easy now. How are you?
He nods.
I honestly don't know. Do you? Because we can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. And Joyce has left too. Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of what? Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her end. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Claudia too. We really should have arrested her. Guard confirmed she left 20... I don't know. Honestly, I think our investigate... What? Every piece of garbage...
He's wrong.
Okay. I don't know. That's been... Yes. God, we should go upstairs.
See? There's that. You can do ballistic.
It's extremely easy. We could find thousands...
But they seemed so mysterious.
No need to be melodramatic.
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins.
It really is.
That concussion must be making him dizzy.
No. Good.
The lieutenant also. It's just close enough to endure the walk.
Why not? Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through.
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. You see the reflection of your face in the mirror, such as it is. A regular, clean-shaven police officer. These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You make out notes on this and other recent cases.
I had Garth open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night. It would have been easy were it not for my concussion. We both got lucky, considering the odds we faced. Let's go?
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note, a few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door. I'm sorry, I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
A gift? I am not drawing my gun, yet, but I don't like gifts.
He says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively toward his holster as he studies the note. Relax. Not everyone is out to trap you.
It's hardly surprising.
The medicine cabinet is empty. Not even a toothbrush. Pity.
Mm-hmm.
You see the same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman, only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez, B prime, B double prime, and B triple prime. It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof, B triple prime, the island in the bay.
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point. She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass.
She had a long time to think about it after, standing on that roof, staring at the glass.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her? I find that hard to believe, but at this point, what difference does it make? So it is.
For a second he seems tired.
I just haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past few days.
He doesn't really believe this will yield anything. He is trying to justify it to himself. The lead is flimsy. You might as well go around Martinez looking under every rock and talking to every person. But what else is there?
Of course. I mean, how do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone. Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
You clearly see footprints.
Jackpot. These, unlike every...
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you? Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you. You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire. I give credit where credit is due, and that, sir, was a nice shot. I was watching until you hit him. Crawled inside then. Bullets started flying. Anyway.
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by. In the danger zone, so to say.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. Just felt I needed to specify that. Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business. I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad. Yeah, I was, yeah. That's because I'm a badass.
It really took courage. Don't pick at him.
Yeah, I don't know. Clients were panicking. And also, I guess I sort of found out that I don't give a shit if I die.
He means it. It's not just boasting. It's something he discovered about himself, stepping onto that balcony.
No problem. They'll come back. They always do.
Hi again, Gendarme. Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Seeing you approach, the bruised man raises his bear in welcome.
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that fury in you. But I guess I've misjudged a lot of people lately. That was one hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. The fucks did not expect that. I guess what I'm trying to say here is, thank you for intervening, fellas. That was mighty brave of you.
This is big. It's as big of a thank you as Titus Hardy can muster under any circumstances.
Dick Mullen on steroids. Glenn would have liked you had he gotten it. Never mind.
There's a lump in his throat when he thinks of Glenn, lying on the plaza mosaic, bleeding.
Theo was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way he went. Never could imagine him withering away on a sickbed. But Angus, he was just a stupid kid. Didn't realize the mess he'd gotten into. Trusted me. Still, the balls on that kid. Went down fighting for someone else's shit like a fat, angry bear.
Here it comes. The last one is the worst one. He only deals with it by drinking copious amounts of 8% beer.
And Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I'd love that crazy homo like my own brother. We're all fucked without him. But what do? This job is shit. Well, yeah. Memento mori. Right. It means you might die tomorrow. So live every day like it's your last. Ain't that right, fellas?
Absolutely. Today, I'm going to get drunk, eat good food, and bed a good-looking girl. 'Cause tomorrow, a motor carriage might run me over.
Or you might die of a heart failure. Or syphilis.
Hey. Fuck you for ruining a beautiful idea.
I guess I'll take a closer look at our union members. There's bound to be some ambitious fellows there who'd love nothing more than advancing social democracy by busting some heads. Might even ask Tibbs if he's tired of replacing windows and maybe wants to have some fun with his brother. Anyway, don't you worry. As long as Titus Hardy's standing, there will be Hardy boys.
He's right. The numbers are replaceable. In an organization of thousands of men, there are plenty who'd join.
Don't know, don't care. I'll be glad if I never see that fucking woman again.
Even after all that hell, he's still bitter about her?
Nope.
He did. He shrugs and tries to look uninterested.
Judging by the sight of you, I'd suggest crawling into bed with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a big tit in the other.
Yeah, go pay Monica a visit in Janrock. She's got a knack for making men forget about their worries. Biggest pair of milkers in all Rebacho.
Hell, you both look like you could use some feminine company right now.
Thank you for your advice, Eugene, and you too, Alain. I do always appreciate a good use of the expression milkers.
It sincerely amuses him how hard these guys typecast themselves.
You're welcome, Bina Claude. You're all right in my book. Take care, coppers. You two look after yourselves now. Death passed on you today, but men don't get that lucky twice.
Copo loco. And normal cop, I guess. Good luck in Shamrock. Scars, May the best tattoos, they say.
Thanks for getting involved, guys. Not a lot of cops would step into that line of fire, but you did.
And if you ever feel like the uniform is holding you back, I've got a few vacancies. You'd make one hardy boy, Copper.
And Titus Hardy himself would make a good officer. That man was born to lead.
I will, Capo. That's a promise. Now scoot, because the Hardy boys got some mourning and drinking to do.
Take it easy on the drink. The danger has not passed. This town needs you on your feet.
Good point, Beano Claude. We'll keep the vol under 12% tonight.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Scar. The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it, yes. This is and blood. Some of it is even yours.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable? You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it in there, you know, just to see what happens. See if it's flammable. It's better that way. Safer.
Mon Dieu, officer. It is worse than I thought. Believe me, I know all about that kind of pain. I've had hip trouble for the past week. Maybe it's time to slow down, enjoy life a bit.
Everyone says you started crying in the middle of a firefight and then bled like a pig. I guess that was cool. People, they say you'd kind of died for a moment, that you let your shit out already, but then came back. So I guess that's what's cool now. Just don't think because you got half your dick shot off and you're an invalid now, Kuno's gonna treat you different. Kuno doesn't reward weakness. It's business as usual with Kuno. Kuno's cold like that.
Feels good for some reason.
Watch out, pig. It's a dangerous world out there. But Kuno's got his eyes on you. Who knows?
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
My man, you're alive. Almost. Kind of. Sort of alive. Man, what a day. I missed out on most of the action, but I heard it was quite the encounter. Had a strong sense of finality to it. So what's next? You guys heading back to Jamrock now? Talk is local union muscle were behind it all. I'd reckon the case is closed, even if it kind of turned into a shit show. Good luck with that, my man. Ain't easy being you, but hey, you're still breathing, right? Okay.
Is it wise to share information about the case like this, sire? The lieutenant throws you a quick glance. What are you doing?
Oof, good on her. And good on you, too. Better focus your efforts on the bad guys. Mercs and such. Plenty of baddies to go around. And she didn't do it. Believe me, if it's something bad, then she didn't do it. Didn't know her for long, but I know people.
He's relieved.
All right. That's enough sharing details about the investigation for one day.
The scaffolding around the old monument has been taken down. In its place are the spoils of your investment. Numerous rods and ropes still hold the original reassemblage in place. Petal wreaths cluster the monument in gloves of color. Nectar scents the air and calls attention to the blossom. Atop it all sits a figure, veiled and black, sorrowful due to an unknown loss.
A fitting testament to the lives lost.
That's a variation of the Stations of the Breath. It's used when the body of the deceased is not available to hold a hand against. No need to act out of line here. It may even be wise to bow your head out of respect. He holds the position for 2 seconds, then relaxes, turning to face you.
Detective, I have a few questions, if you don't mind. About this pursuit of wealth, pursuit of recognition.
He nods, eyes still on the veiled apparition above, on the troves and troves of flowers below, their sickly sweet scent, pungent in the cold air.
Why did you do it?
He nods. The roundabout is quiet, almost eerily so, in the snow. The penumbral griever cuts black his misery against the white weather, the flowers lifting him in requiem, starting to wilt in the cold. Good. Take no responsibility over this disaster. It was supposed to promote you, not mock you for your failings. Don't you see? Idiot Doom Spiral has finally achieved something remarkable. It fits the day. Anything else would be grossly inappropriate.
But was it all worth it? Everything that came before. Cindy, the stocks, even the street lamp. Ah, yes. Spoken like a true philanthropist. All right, shall we? We still have some things left to do before we can go home. I don't think we have time for that. And even if we did, I doubt he's around anymore. Everyone's left. Sure, whenever you're ready.
The veiled figure towers above, mounted on a horse. Numerous rods and ropes still hold. Boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Any political movement goes through a period of strife. Shame you got mixed up in it though. Yet it calls back to an older era where this was commonplace. You have a true Boyadero heart. Hiding, gathering themselves. The harbor's in full lockdown, friend. No getting in or out, for the time being. No, man. Not today. Today is war.
He says it matter-of-factly, like it's no big deal.
Time will tell. I'll tell Everard you dropped by. I'm sure he'll be glad. I'll be okay here, doing lookout. Quite the sight, aren't they? Getting to like that rare I am. Don't worry about me. I live to alleviate the worries of our brothers. See if any insane killers turn up. Then I'll run. And live. You know it, friend. Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole. Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.